So first of all, justification by faith gives you a higher view of justice. Secondly, justification by faith changes your attitude toward the poor. Radically changes your attitude toward the poor. What does Jesus mean when he says, "Blessed are the poor in spirit"? Matthew 5:3. Blessed are the poor in spirit. Virtually most commentators, if you take a look, they're going to say this. They're going to say something like this. Here's a quote from one. This means that God's blessing and salvation comes to those who acknowledge their spiritual bankruptcy. It means to see that you're deeply in debt to God and you have no ability to even begin to redeem yourself. God's free generosity to you at infinite cost to Him was what saved you. Okay? What does it mean to be poor in spirit? It means you know that you are in infinite debt. You could never have gotten yourself out of debt, and the only reason why you are saved, spiritually speaking, is God came in and intervened and gave you His free charity and just right? Got it. Now, what does that mean? If you're poor in spirit, what happens when you actually find an economically and materially poor person? See, if you're spiritually poor in spirit because you understand the doctrine of justification by faith, what happens when you see a materially poor person? Are you going to say, "Hey, pull yourself up by your bootstraps"? If Jesus said that to you, you'd be in hell. Are you going to say, "Well, I don't mind helping some of the poor, but I only want to help the deserving poor. I only want to help the poor that I feel like didn't contribute to getting themselves into this mess"? But if Jesus had looked over the lip of heaven and said, "I'm only going to give my blood to the deserving poor," he could have saved himself a trip. There isn't anybody like that down here.